All right, we're gonna see what's really good. Peace to everybody that's about to come in here. I forgot to do something, but I'll take care of that. I'm only gonna be on here for a little bit. I'm gonna make this real short because I got to get the hell up out of here. So let me wait for some of y'all to get in here, man. Peace to everybody that's about to come in here. I know y'all about to get y'all eat on. I know y'all cooking, y'all drinking, y'all doing a whole bunch of shit tonight. So salute to everybody, man. You know, please have a safe and happy, great time for Thanksgiving tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the Indians, the natives, the indigenous that went through this horrific time with these pink people. But before I get started, man, we're gonna go in. We're gonna see the hypocrisy in Professor James Smalls. He's a well-respected elder, so I'm going to show him some respect. But I also have some things to show y'all if y'all haven't seen it. But first, I want to do this for those who remember the time when me and Terrence used to really go in on the Kenneka Jenkins. Me and him spoke last night. We are going to do a one more live stream. We probably gonna be on for I don't know, like 2-3 hours. So we're gonna go in like how we usually go in. So we're gonna really touch everything with the Kenneka Jenkins case. We definitely gonna touch on what her mother recently said, because you know the $3.7 or $3.8 million done ran out, and now she's getting donations and stuff like that. Took her forever to goddamn get Kenneka a headstone, and you know it's so much. She's saying Jedediah is threatening her. She's afraid for her life. So it's a lot going on with the Kenneka Jenkins shit. So this Sunday we're gonna definitely touch on that. So I can't wait. Y'all make sure y'all tune in for that one. All right. And one last one, we have to give a salute and praise and rest in peace to Viola Ford Fletcher, the last survivor of the Wall Street bombing in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I just want to give her a moment of silence real quick. Rest in peace, sweetheart. And Obama had the nerve to shout her out because she passed and all that. Nigga, you denied her reparations on many occasions, so fuck Barack Obama. Anyway, we're going to get right into it, man. Yo, listen, man. Look, again, much love to the elder, well-respected Professor James Smalls. But, nah, nigga. We about to show the hypocrisy, man. Everybody, please do me a favor. Oh, you said stop celebrating Thanksgiving? Okay, you too, motherfucker. Well, shit. But anyway, you said you like many viewers. Let's make you popular. I don't care at the point. Oh, that's Graves. Whatever. Please share my live. Please share. Please make sure you hit the like button. All right. So we're gonna get started with this. We're gonna set it off right here. Where we at? Hold on. Let's set it off here. Let's start with this first.
You've probably seen this petty beef, you know, between Africans and African Americans.
But we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America. Who's getting paid the money to say what they're saying? So what you're seeing ain't quite what you see, and there's only a piece of what you see. A black face don't mean you're the CIA, all right? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay?
We tried to keep it balanced last week. We tried to keep it measured. But Professor James Small just hit the gas on a narrative that can't be left hanging in the air. On a live stream with a Tether YouTuber, the elder didn't just double down. He named names, pointed fingers, and suggested that the entire FBA delineation movement is some kind of CIA plot. That's a serious allegation, and it deserves serious clarity.
And I spoke to some people today. I don't really want to be on camera like that, this live. I'm just going to be on there for a little bit. But I found out through somebody that's in the Pan-Africanist movement. I wanted to get their thoughts on, on this situation with Professor James Smalls. Come to find out that the reason that he's really upset, because the FBA culture has spread it worldwide. So there was a deal that Professor James Smalls was supposed to basically do, execute, and, you know, basically it was a play to make some money, a business venture, so forth and so on. That deal fell through because of the FBA culture that spread it from here to Africa. This shit done reached all the way to Africa, which we already know. So that really messed up Professor James Small's pockets. Why am I moving so slow? Why am I glitching like that? Hold on, let me X this out. I don't want no glitching here. So that is the reason, and I want everybody to really understand what I'm saying right now. This is the reason why he's saying what he's saying, because it done fucked with his money. But here's the hypocrisy in everything. And again, no disrespect to the elder, and I mean that with the utmost respect, no disrespect. However, wasn't your friend a CIA agent? You called him your best friend. Until his superior told you that this man you consider your best friend is an agent, and you didn't believe him. And you had to ask him, like, yo, you really CIA? Denied it, but then the superior was there, and he had no choice but to tell Professor James Smalls that he's a CIA agent. So, come on now. And now he's changing his tune. Anyway, I'll play this part right here, and then we'll get into this little interview shit. But I got enough to play for y'all, and then I'm getting up out of here because I have to get out of here myself. So I'm about to get picked up in a minute. So I'm out of here. But let's go to this.
On the planet Earth that have taken on the devil the way we have. In his own house, in his living room and his bedroom. And defeated him most of the time, forcing him to change his law and make this society more humane for everybody. Nobody, not in England, not in France, not in Germany, not anywhere in their colonies have anybody done what we've done. And we're not running away. We're not jumping on this ship going to other places. We're saying, we're going to kick your ass and stand right here in your face. Now what? What you going to do?
We're going to play some of this because I'm going to show the hypocrisy in what he said. And then, Tariq Nasheed basically literally is re-editing the Hidden Color 6 and editing this dude out of the documentary.
Ego, for enlightening us that we must struggle to rebirth African consciousness. Not French consciousness, not Arab consciousness, not European consciousness, not British consciousness, not Chinese consciousness. We must struggle to rebirth African consciousness. You understand?
He don't even know nothing about his history. A lot of these people from Africa learned everything from the grand masters that already passed on, and people like him. And Tony Browder and a few other people that still living to this day. These Africans don't know shit. And then when they teach them, they still one-sided. Professor James Smalls, I respect you a lot, but I have to question. I know his heart is in the right place. I'll say that. Let me continue to play.
African consciousness. And some may say, oh, this African thing is fine, but I'm Kikuyu, I am this, I am that. That's fine. But that just means you're a little piece of what makes the African African.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you only exist as a whole when you say I'm African. I live in America. Some of my people, they call themselves FBA and ADD and African American. Yeah, but all of them are just little fragments of a bigger thing called African. And if you deny the bigger thing, you denied your mother, you denied your father, you denied your grandmother, you denied your great.
What I hate about that, deny your mother, what you talking about, that abusive mother? So we classifying ourselves and we denying the mother, like Mother Africa, right? Oh, you talking about the mother that literally sold us. And I know, y'all know that I know that we all know that we was already here first. So please don't throw that in the chat because we already know. Okay, and I already know as well. But at the end of the day, just by us changing our motherfucking names, that we are basically playing our mother, the same one that sold us into slavery, right? the same one that's still selling her children to this day in Africa, like right now as we speak, selling their children. You know, there's a lake where they go fishing. They got child slaves that literally go all the way down into this pond, this river, and they cast the net. They have to get the net in some kind of position to swoop all the fish, and some of the kids get tangled up and they drown. So thousands of kids drowned, slave children to be exact. Slave. Make sure you keep your mind on slave, because they have to go and go under the water and you know, and do the shit like to catch fish, basically to catch fish. And a lot of them die. It's a dangerous job, but they have to do it because they are child slaves. So what mother? Don't mothers send their kids to you know, give them up for adoption? That's what moms did to us, right? You talking about the mother that gave us up, so we still got to kiss her ass because she birthed everybody on the planet anyway.
Father, you denied your birth father. Then you have no existence except as a clone and a hologram of the enemy that oppressed you. A clone and a hologram of the enemy that oppressed you.
Now we're going to skim right here where he really talks about the FBA divisive messages, and then I'm going to hit y'all with his hypocritical theories. Now I have to take this in consideration because he's 80 years old, but right now, as he's still here, breathing and talking, he is very coherent. There's no signs of Alzheimer's, none of that. So he's very coherent and very sharp enough to understand what he's saying. And again, like I said before, that why he's acting like this from my perspective, after I spoke to somebody that knows him personally today, over an hour some change ago, he's mad because he had a deal that fell through in Africa. They did not do the deal because he's Black American, because the FBA culture has reached Africa. We gatekeeping our culture. So FBA culture has stopped his bag, has stopped his money. I heard that personally from somebody that knows him, and I would never say their name. But let's continue.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Social media, but if you've probably seen this petty beef, you know, between Africans and African Americans.
Hey, hold on. I got you. Brother Reggie, I got to do me first, and then I let you come on. I see you in there, Reggie. I'm gonna do me first, then I bring you on. All right, shit, you ain't gonna stop my flow now. I see you though.
Some Africans and some
some very few. But you see, the problem is, bro, and I don't know if I told you this when we were speaking on phone, but if I didn't, let me tell you that even if it's few, because you told me it's 99% of us who are on the right track, and it's 1% who are on the wrong track and who are really spewing a lot of divisive messages. But that 1%, Prof, is very, very consistent online. I mean, you would think. Yeah.
But the reason they are, because they're busy fighting their game, and we're busy reacting to their game. Let's fight our game. Let's tell a story. Let's talk about Africa. Let's talk about African Caribbeans, African Americans, African Latinos, and how we are striving to get closer and work together, how our culture has survived all over the world, how our culture survived from Brazil to Puerto Rico to Cuba to Jamaica to Haiti to South Carolina to Mississippi to Alabama. Why don't we tell our side? And yes, we were there before Columbus, but we were everywhere before Columbus. So why is this so important that we were in North America? We were in South America, we were in Brazil, we were in Cambodia, we were in China. And so what we're dealing with, you've always had those who was ashamed of being African. But it isn't just that. A part of it is the reaction between what we call the immigrant ideology versus an indigenous ideology. The Africans who have been in America for the last 500 years feel that the Africans who come to America in the last 5 years do not ally themselves with them, but ally themselves with our enemies. That's what's at the crux of this. All right? It isn't just the denial. And so, and
being in political seats as well, that is also making sure that they sabotage every kind of tangible that is fit, that is owed to Black Americans, the real Black Americans, FBA, African Americans, whatever label you want to call it, that particular people. They hinder, they sabotage purposely. Even if all of us, even immigrants, could get a part of those tangibles, we are still excluded from that. So it's more than that they just align themselves. They are also working for them.
Isn't that the Africans who are arriving lately allying themselves with our enemies? Because they don't perceive, just like we don't know our history in America. How do we expect the guy from Kenya or Nigeria to know the African American history? We don't know the history. So our people come, they're trying to ally themselves with the advantage. So are you going, if you go into a community to get rich, are you going to ally yourself with the impoverished person in the community or the rich person in the community?
I said this on a few, I'm not going to do too many interjected, but I said this many occasions a while back, is that we have to look at it from that perspective as well. It's just not one thing. We have to, it's many layers to a situation. We are on a losing team. We all know that. Everybody that's even an immigrant, you on the losing team. Everybody's on the losing team. And we the only ones that is highlighted at the bottom of the totem pole. So a lot of them, when they come here, they don't want to associate with us because they do want to move up in the economical ladder. But see, there's a trick because they know the mindset. And then, well, they make sure they screen them, they vet them, and make sure they have a Coon Samboish kind of mentality. Because we got the Kwame Torres and Marcus Garvey and a few others that came here with a mindset to collab with us, to build with us. They say, oh no, that's a no-no. That's why they got these motherfuckers up out of here. That's a no-no. We can't let these motherfuckers bridge the gap. So we have to start screening who we let over here across our borders. We got to have some Sambos to solve for someone. Long story short, I'm not going to talk your head off because I have enough to say to y'all that I have written, because it's better written than me freestyling. But at the end of the day, there's a multi-layer of this situation right here. All right?
And so it's a lack of understanding, it's a lack of interaction that needs to take place more often so we can understand. Yes, even African Americans, we ally ourselves with the white man. So how are we going to get mad at the Nigerian brother allies themselves with the same white man? But that's what's at the crux of it. You understand?
Not really.
So the perception that, oh, we fought for these advantages, but you come to America and you're allowed to have this advantage that we fought for because they are scared of us and they're not afraid of you.
And that's
because
true.
They can take advantage of you because you need a green card so you can't fight back. But they can't take advantage of me because I can fight back. These are all of the little nuances, right? But none of them understand it enough to explain it like you and I are now doing.
Now, hold on. I see that's what I don't like that, because now you playing with people's intelligence. Are you meaning to tell me he's not even on the same wavelength? He look like he dumb and clueless. He just learning and listening to you. So you meaning to tell me we can't explain what you just said coherently? Like we are not smart enough to elucidate what you just said. We've been saying this shit for how long? Again, I respect the elder, but don't play with our intelligence though. And I say that with the utmost respect, but you are playing with our intelligence right there. Just listen to him speak as if we don't even understand what we're saying in the broader spectrum of this conversation and this cultural delineation. Can't play with our intelligence like that.
We have to tell our side of the story. We have to say, we see what's going on, but you don't hate your brother because he's lost his sight. You grab his hand and give him guidance. Where have the African American opened up a refugee center for our brothers and sisters coming from home and need help and assistance? So how are we going to complain if they go to the Indian or the Chinese or the white man for aid when we have not set up any place to aid him?
And that's not necessarily true. Probably in the last few or couple decades, I don't know. But to get them here, they dumped them in our motherfucking communities, right? You know, there was churches that put their money together and helped them get homes to live and make sure that they ate everybody. So you cannot say wasn't no safe haven for these people when they were dumped in our communities. How they was not being helped and molded and directed as far as living on this soil, because you know this is fresh, so you don't know anything. So where are you getting your guidance from? You meaning to tell me that the Black American community just shunned y'all off like y'all was nothing, or we embraced you and made sure that you had safe havens, churches, gatherings, funding, clothing, shelter? We did a lot for these fucking ungrateful. They are the ungrateful cousins. So he had to talk about it in a broad perspective, though. You can't just make it just plain as if we haven't done anything. But any goddamn whole shit.
When they come.
Oh yeah, hold on. Last thing, everybody. Please do me a solid. Hit that like button if you haven't hit the like button, and share. It's not gonna kill y'all. It won't kill y'all. Please share this live. I will gladly appreciate you. If you fucking with it, cause you still here. It don't hurt to share. Share this shit, motherfucker. Bye.
They're looking for a job. You understand? So if the whites give them that support, then naturally they're going to advise themselves with the whites. And then the African Americans saying, oh, you ally yourself with my racist enemy. And you are against me. That's a big part of what's going on. That's not true across the board, because many of the brothers and sisters who are Muslim have been able to blend very well with the African Americans who are Muslims. But the African Americans and many of the brothers on the continent who's from the Christian community have not been able to blend very well. And that's the majority community. And so this fight between the whites and us, our people are caught in the middle of that fight. You understand? And we're saying our people are siding with our enemy. They're not siding with the enemy. They don't even know what the hell's going on. They don't even know we got to fight. And so it's our job to tell the history, tell the story, have the political discussions on forums like this.
Are you listening to what he's saying, though? And I respect everything that he's saying, but are you listening to what he's saying? So we don't know? Hold on, let me bring it back. Hold on.
And we're saying our people are siding with our enemy. They're not siding with the enemy. They don't even know what the hell's going on. They don't even know we got to fight. And so it's our job to tell the history, tell the story, have the political discussions on forums like this.
That's crazy.
So get a better understanding of what the conflict is. So you got people thinking,
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store.
The ones in America thinking, our brothers from home don't want us, they hate us, they betrayed us, because look, they only go with the white people, they don't come with us. And then the one from the continent says, oh, our brothers in America, they treat us terribly. They don't offer us a hospitality hand to come, and help when we're in crisis, but the whites and the white organization do. And so that's where you see this thing coming from. But nobody will really say that because they don't know how to articulate what neither side is seeing. You understand? And so we have a situation where we have more brothers and sisters who are immigrants from Africa who's being deported, and we don't even know they're being deported. They're being arrested. We don't even know they're being arrested. You understand? So for those of us who even want to help them, we can't help them because we don't know how to find them. Until the other day, downtown Manhattan, they raided down on the east side, where a lot of our people from the continent vend. And that's when it blew open, and we go like, now they're attacking Africans. Before they were just attacking the Spanish speaking from South America. But at the same time, they were attacking us, but they were keeping it very quiet. But that day, the ICE people came in the open and just beat up on our people and took their products and ran them away, so that the next day, a street that was always full of West Africans, there was nobody. on the streets. And that's the first time our people realized there's something wrong. You understand? And so there's a tape that I made years ago where you'll see me chastising some Africans on the street and saying, you don't own your own cloth or something. It was only a 3-minute thing, but it's an hour-and-a-half tape. But somebody wanted to attack me and said I was anti-African, so they cut out the 3 minutes and sent it all around the world. But what was happening on that street that day, that's 125th Street, the vendors were on the street, but the police would only arrest the African-American vendors. So I was just walking by, coming from the shooting of the young man Brown out in St. Louis, and I'm walking to get to the train station to get home. And they're out there, and they called me, and they asked me, tell me what's going on. And the brothers from the continent were afraid to get involved politically. They wanted everybody to come to a meeting at the National Black Theater, all of the vendors, and said we will work together. That if they come to take these young men's socks and the T-shirts they're selling, all the vendors would stand up against them. And we want you to sit there and let them take the African-American young men products and arrest them if they fight back. And so the brothers from the continent, 90% of them wouldn't do it. So I was there chastising them, and everybody agreed. And so they stopped.
And those are facts. Like Brother Reggie still in him. When Sinette and them niggas was on, because I used to be in Harlem a lot. I never went to go see them over there, but I used to be in Forster, 116th and 7th. They call it Little Africa, which is like, what, 2-3 blocks? I think it's on 112th Street. What street is that on Brother Reggie? I think that's 112th, 113th, or 115th. I think it's 115th. Some shit, whatever. That's Little Africa, where they sell all the white teas, the icy whites, or everything over there. Them motherfuckers would never come up there with Brother Reggie and Sinetta when them niggas was at. When people shut down the stores for Malcolm X's I think his birthday or his death day, his anniversary. People just closed their stores for just one day or for a few hours, some shit like that. Africans never came up the block, only 2 blocks up, to join and spread the word to the world about African history. They don't care about their own fucking history. They don't give a fuck. These niggas don't care about their own shit. They just here to take. They don't care. They don't care. And that's what get me upset. Hold on. Let me go on a little binge real quick. This is what gets me upset. John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Cernema, Ronoko Rashidi, Dr. Ben, Amos Wilson, Chancellor Williams, something Barashango. I could keep going. Taught the world about Africa and what those pieces of shit do, because we made the world look at Africa as beautiful how it used to be. You know, civilizations, all the great things Africa produced. It put a battery in these Africans' back because they ain't know their own history, because there wasn't no schools like that. They wasn't teaching them that history. Kids in Ghana right now don't even go to school. Kids in Nigeria don't even go to school right now. But all the stuff that our grandmasters done died, and most of them died poor. For these ungrateful cousins to come over here and literally side with the enemy, ride with the enemy, everything, all of the above, every word that you can muster up, slapped our people in the face. So they purposely don't align themselves with us. And that's why I ask you, Pan-Africanists, what has transpired from we talking 60 years. We talking about the first wave. John Henry Clark, all the names I named, that's the first wave of the grand masters. Well deserved. Nothing happened with the Africans. It's always been one-sided. What did the Africans do? Now we got the second wave. We got, the Tony Browders, and we got Reggie. We got, the Sinetta, all the other people. All the other people that participated. It's always been one-sided. And y'all can kiss my ass because y'all know it's true. It's always been one-sided. And I'm going to land my plane. I'm going to press play. He got a hotel in Ghana right now. It's called the Sona something, because I was looking at it looks good now. He had a GoFundMe. He put up 100,000. This was over 10 years ago. It racked up 17,000 for renovations and so on for his hotel in Ghana. I looked at the reviews from 15 years ago to 9 months to a month ago to 2 years ago to a year ago. Majority is bad reviews, but there are some good ones. I'm not gonna lie, there's some good ones, but they need a lot of renovations with the bathroom. It's a lot of shit. The view was beautiful, but they got a lot of bad reviews. But let's continue. I say 51-49. But let's keep it pushing, man. We got a lot to go.
Out of the meetings, and it lasted for a good while, almost a year. And the leader, Jack, his mom had a heart attack, and he had to move to Georgia, and he was the glue, that was holding that network together. But they still worked together pretty good.
Hold on, you don't fuck with Tony Browder, Reggie? You don't fuck with Tony Browder? I love Tony Browder. You don't fuck with Tony Browder? Anyway, let me keep it pushing. Everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't, and please share. All right, let's keep it pushing.
But on 125th Street, about 60% of the vendors are from West Africa, East Africa, and the rest is from the United States and the Caribbean. And so if you don't work together, the police will take advantage of you and they will take your products. Now they tell our people they can't get a vending license, but and part of that same mission, I went down to the place that grant the vending license because I'm a veteran. They got to give me one, right? And I went actually to renew mine, and I realized that the Asians and the Pakistani and everybody's being given vending license, but they won't give the African and the African Americans vending license. And I tried to get the politicians to help me fight this, but I couldn't get one of them who had the courage to stop this. If you're going to give these people vending license, then give our people vending license. So you stop arresting them. And then the other thing with the brothers from the continent, brothers from here, that if you don't work together, they're going to play you against one another, and none of you are going to really make my argument on the So that was my argument on the street. But I have a deeper understanding of it, and I can make the argument. But most people have a trivial knowledge of anything. They just say, oh, he did this, or oh, he did that, and oh, they don't like me. And I go, that's the craziest thing in the world to me, and maybe to you. The history of college, when you've never traveled college, that thing is a big thing in your mind. That thing.
All I want to ask, I'm gonna skim it because this is a long segment, but I'm gonna play. I don't want to call it hypocritical, but the other side to Professor James Smalls, and I'm glad I done looked these up, and I'm glad I have it. I'm gonna play this a little bit more. But my question to you, Reggie, my question to all the Pan-Africans out there, this is the question. Y'all calling us divisive. Soft for someone. Let me ask y'all, what did the Africans ever do for foundational Black Americans, aka African Americans, aka Black Americans? Can y'all name anything from 100 years ago to literally right this very second? What is it that y'all ever did for us socially, economically, revolutionary, all of the above? Please explain that, and explain the shit that you did do to hinder, right? To hurt, to delineate our people. I bet you the bad outweighs the good, and there ain't no good. The only good thing Africa ever did for Black Americans was birth the whole fucking world. That's the only thing you did for the whole planet was birth our motherfucking ass. Thank you. But no motherfucking thank you.
So that's why we got to talk about it and say no. We know this conflict is a part of I used to call it post-slavery trauma syndrome. Even before my sister Joy, wrote her book by decades. I've got lectures on post-slavery trauma syndrome. And I coined the term, actually.
I built my dream life, but I used AI to help me get there. Try Motion. It's a personal...
Decades before. But Dr. Degree had done such an excellent job. I spoke with her about a month ago on the document that she has written, that the whole world needs to write it. Because you can just change slavery to colonialism and you'd have the same result, post-colonial colonial trauma syndrome. And that's what both sides are suffering from. Lack of knowledge of history, a lack of understanding of Pan-Africanism, and they're both suffering from post-slavery trauma and post-colonial trauma because neither know who their real enemy is. So they think each other is the enemy, you know? And the white man don't give a damn about none of us. He only wants the raw material of Africa and he wants our labor and don't want to pay us for it.
Right, so what I'm saying is, so what's the problem? Yeah, they want us to go at each other and separate us. That's the plan of the white man. We know that. But the African Americans already knew that before the Africans really. You know what I mean? Because we the one that sent the olive branch. It started from us to bridge the fucking gap. Why is it the way it is now? Can somebody tell me? Or y'all saying it's the black Americans' fault, not the Africans? They had no participation in this separation from us and the so-called brothers from the motherland. Whose fault is it? But this shit is so long. I want to get to the part where he talks about the FBI friend and some shit like that. And I want to, if y'all want me to play this whole segment, right? This is only, let me see. It only goes from right here to right here. So that's probably like, that's what, 20, damn. If y'all want me to play this whole thing, press 1. But I'm gonna skim y'all because I don't want to bore y'all, and I want to play some other things too. Because this segment, this part right here is pretty long. Pause.
Africans, they ain't even thinking about him. They're angry with him. And I tell them, don't be angry. Find out what is stimulating that. Because if you don't find the causation, you're not going to solve that problem. And the cause is we need to do more together. The immigrant Africans come to America, and the African Americans who've been there for the last 500 or so years have to find ways to do more together. And it isn't just on the new arriving Africa. It's actually more on us. We have no place where we say, here's your reception place. What do you need to get on your feet? We have a few, but nothing significant. You know what I mean? There are churches that do this in our community. But we need to have some sort of African reception kind of organization all over America.
Nigga, we done that. But y'all don't reciprocate anything. Why is he making it seem like it never happened? We didn't have these discussions, these town hall meetings in school, and renting out these halls and these churches and other places to hold on, I got a phone call. Hello? Yeah, you on your way? All right. Hold on. Yeah, I gotta get ready to get out of here in a minute. But so I'm gonna make this shorter than what it don't take that long. 40 minutes. All right, I got enough time. But I forgot what the fuck what I was saying. So yeah, let me just play because I totally forgot what I was saying. I'm getting old.
Wherever our people land, right now, our people are being brought in by the American government, the Refugee Department and the Homeland Security people, and they teach them not to come to our community. I'm telling you the truth. There are people from the continent who come into the U.S. State Department are taught not to associate with us. That we are drug dealers and we are troublemakers and things like that. So people, you try to survive. You just got to America, thank God, and you're trying to get a job. You think you're going to go to mess with the dope dealer and the troublemaker. You have nothing to do with them.
Look, you know what? I'm not even going to listen. Look, let me just play this right here. I'll get back to it. All right. So we already know what he says. I'm gonna start over and play this right here.
You've probably seen this petty beef, between Africans and African Americans.
but we don't know how much American State Department or Justice Department is involved in Foundation of Black America. Who's getting paid the money to say what they're saying? So what you're seeing ain't quite what you see, and there's only a piece of what you see. A black face don't mean you're the CIA, all right? A black face don't mean you ain't the FBI, okay?
We tried to keep it balanced last week. We tried to keep it.
Now, who the hell is he talking to? We know he's talking about Tariq. I'm gonna play Tariq Nasheed literally after this, right? I'm gonna play what he said. It's not gonna be that long, but I'm gonna play what he said, as far as Professor James Smalls. But he's saying all this, right? But he said this also.
If you don't get identity straight, you don't have a case. Okay? So foundation, I'm an African American. That's not a contradiction. But I'm also a foundational Black American. That's not a contradiction. You understand?
Okay. Isn't that a contradiction? Because the other video, I gotta find that one when he says, I am not FBA, I'm not ADOS, I am African. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find that for you. But let me play this one more time. I got a couple more. Let me just play this one more game.
If you don't get identity straight, you don't have a case. Okay? So foundation, I'm an African American. That's not a contradiction. But I'm also a foundational Black American. That's not a contradiction. You understand?
Let me play that since I found the video. Give me 1 second. I just found it. But I got a couple more, but this particular video, I want to just play this one. Hold on. Share screen. Come on, y'all. Come on, baby. All right, here we go. I think I'm live on yeah, I am live. All right, so it's okay, cool. It's 25 people inside the inside my what's the name on my Facebook. Whoever's in there, thank you. I appreciate y'all. So if anybody wanna, matter of fact, when I open the floor for Reggie, I'm gonna open the floor for everybody on my Facebook. So thank you everybody in Facebook chiming in. I appreciate y'all. Real talk. Thank you. But let me make sure y'all can see that. Oh shit, my bad. Here we go. Salute to everybody on Facebook. Appreciate y'all. And kick, I guess. Yeah, man. All right, here we go. Pardon me, y'all. So y'all just heard what he just said here. Here's the contradiction. Again. I'm not going to play this whole thing. Not the whole thing.
How about Magani, Hotep, Machio? I guess everybody knows my face. This is Professor James Small. And I'm just responding to some people who seem to get fun out of a video I did about 10 years ago. It's an hour long plus, but someone took 2 minutes of it where I'm being critical of my family, brothers and sisters, mainly brothers, from the continent of Africa who was recent arrival in a conflict with the merchants from here and the continent on 125th Street. And so they decided they don't want to watch the entire tape where I'm critical of African American, critical of Africa from the Caribbean, critical of people of color who come to America and decide that their best ally are white people rather than African people. And that conflict had to do with trying to get brothers from the different spaces to go to a meeting at the National Black Theater to try to form a merchant group that could step against the police coming and taking the materials, the clothing and tapes of the young African American brothers who didn't have merchant license. Well, most people out there didn't have it, but the police tend to pick on the young teenagers.
We got that. I just want to hear him say what he need to say.
I want to make it clear.
Here we go.
In the world, I'm an African. When I say identify myself racially, I'm an African. African American is an ethnic identity that has to do with where I live. America is a geopolitical place. It's not a race. Africa is my race. Africa is my genesis. Africa is my culture. And I want to make it clear, I am not ADOS. Do not support them or their concept. I'm not FBA. Do not support them or their concept or their attack against African people.
Attack? How be attacking Africans by gatekeeping our culture. Do y'all hear these people online, the shit that they be saying about us? Do y'all see the videos? He got daughters. Somebody need to show him so we understand. But I think he's pandering. And I say again, everything is with the utmost respect. When it's an issue with Africans, he's pandering to the Africans. I'm not no goddamn FBA. I'm not no ADOS. I'm not Black American. My race is African. Now the reparations rally in Washington D.C. Let me just play it again. Let me just play it one more again. Here it is. Like here you go.
If you don't get identity straight, you don't have a case. Okay? So foundation, I'm an African American. That's not a contradiction. But I'm also a foundational Black American. That's not a contradiction. You understand?
Who am I tripping? Is somebody pandering? And I wanted to say this because I wrote some things that I'm gonna make this one quick because I want to say it's very short. Oh shit! I got to read. Oh, I got to really show y'all something. Hold on, let me just say this real respectfully for the Grandmaster. Hold on, where we at, y'all? I got a whole bunch of windows up, so please bear with me, and I try not to make no dead space. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's a small paragraph opener. Let me say this loud and clear, everybody. I respect my elders, but respect don't mean silence, y'all. Tonight we talking about Professor James Smalls and the comments he made about foundational Black Americans, calling it federal CIA-like FBI type behavior. And I'm here to tell you, mother, easy, dangerous, and out motherfucking dated. Because when Black people finally name themselves, it's suddenly the Feds, the CIA. But when everybody else name themselves, it's fucking culture. Nah, homie, we not doing that. So again, I respect my elders, but respect don't mean silence. And I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. And let me just say this since I'm already here. Now, I'm gonna run through this real quick, everybody. Keep your attention span up. Keep your attention span. Now, we named ourselves. I'm gonna get on camera just a little bit, but I'm gonna read something to y'all. Let me read this, right? You see how we named ourselves, right? Everybody got an issue with us naming ourselves, right? And because I heard one caller say that the government named them, the government named us, or some shit like that, right? Let me go through this list of all the countries in Africa and the Caribbean who named their islands. I'm gonna run through this shit quickly. Pay attention. Cape Verde, whatever, or Cabo Verde, whatever the fuck you want to, whatever, right? Named Cabo Verde, named by the Portuguese explorers after nearby Cape Verde, whatever. That's Senegal, basically Senegal. Sierra Leone, named Sierra Leoa, is named by the Portuguese explorer of Pedro de Sintra. Ivory Coast, French name describing the ivory trade along the coast used by French traders administration. Gold Coast, which is now Ghana. British name for colonial territorial because of the gold trade. We got Nigeria. We all know that was named by Flora Shaw, right? Later, Flora Lagarde in a 1897 article from Nigeria area. Niger, from the Niger River, whose name Europeans adopted from earlier possible Tuareg or Berber terms. Chad. The people in Chad really was like the Nubians as well too. And I think Chad is like Punt or close to Punt. One of them. I'm kind of rusty with the Kemet shit, but I was in that hard body. They know how to build them goddamn boats, the real Pharaoh boats. But anywho, Chad from Lake Chad, Chad from Kanuri to Sade, meaning lake/water, but adopted as country name by the French. Central African Republic, directed French-European descriptive name of colonial territory in Central Africa. Guinea, Spanish name describing its equatorial location from the equator. South Africa, we already know that's by the British. Mozambique, the island named Mozambique itself from Arab trader Musa Ibn Bak. adopted by Portuguese for colony, Angola, but applied fixed as Angola by Portuguese. So we got Cameroon, from Portuguese Rio dos Camarões, that means river or prawns, named by Portuguese explorers. Somali is ethnic British Somaliland, Italian Somaliland were European colonial labels. We got Zimbabwe, House of Stone, came from Cecil Rhodes. I'm pretty sure y'all should know who Cecil Rhodes is. Look him up. Named after Cecil Rhodesia, which is Zambia/Zimbabwe. Named after Cecil Rhodes by British South African community. Now we know Congo. That was named by King Leopold II. All of these fucking names, all of y'all don't call yourself y'all original motherfucking people's name. Everybody named your fucking country. I'm Nigerian. I'm Nigerian, nigga. Fuck you, FBAs. You FBAs are drug dealers. You sell crack. You sell jeans and socks up on the street. You dirty niggas. You lazy. You eat ramen noodles with fucking beef jerky. You dirty nigga. You name yourself nigga. Get the fuck up out of here. By us naming ourselves Black American, Foundational Black American, y'all motherfuckers got a problem. I got some shit for y'all goddamn them niggas from the Caribbeans. The Caribbeans, they fucking hold on. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I swear to God, I'm gonna run through this quick. I can't see the chat. I don't want to be distracted. So we got Jamaica from the Spanish after Spanish conquest under Christopher Columbus / Spanish crown. Jamaica, you're named by Christopher Columbus. Barbados, Portuguese. Instead of reading all of it, I'm gonna get right to the nitty gritty to make this fair for the listeners, and I'm gonna spare your time. All right, Cayman Islands, that named by Spanish and British. Grenada, Christopher Columbus. St. Vincent, Christopher Columbus. The Grenadines, whatever you want to pronounce that. Grenada, European. We got St. Kitts, St. Christopher Columbus named that. Nevis, whatever. Spanish explorers. Virgin Islands, Christopher Columbus. Trinidad, Christopher Columbus. Tobago, Spanish colonizers and sailors. Dominica, Christopher Columbus. Goddamn. How you pronounce that motherfucker right there? What? That shit. I'm like, my tongue hurt just thinking about saying that. Christopher Columbus, Martinique, French colony. We already know Haiti and Santo Domingue, French and Spanish. Bermuda, Spanish. Antigua, Christopher Columbus. Montserrat, Spain. Bahamas, Spanish settlers. Barbados, St. Lucia, St. Croix. All by Portuguese, Spanish, French names. So these people named you. These motherfuckers named you motherfuckers, correct? So we can't identify ourselves as foundational Black American. At least it came from the people. Y'all still holding on to these fucking devils. These fucking Neanderthal. I gotta be careful on YouTube, but y'all know my mouth is fucked up. But just follow me on Twitter. Look at my replies. It's very harsh. So I'm not gonna do it here. But follow me on Twitter and look at the replies, the shit I be saying. It's very disrespectful. And y'all know I don't give a fuck. But anyway, y'all know what's up. I'm not gonna hold y'all up, but y'all, come on, son. Y'all can't front on our people when we fucking identify themselves as who we are. It's just to protect and gatekeep our culture. None of y'all can steal from us again. All that thieving, all that taking, and we are already aware that you're in these political seats, so we coming back for these seats, man. We coming back for these seats. And Reggie posed a question to me today. He said, what is the Black Americans or the foundational Black Americans is doing far as for reparations and to be on code and so on. There's a lot that we doing that I'm gonna let him up in a minute, but let me go to Tariq Nasheed. All right, let me go to Tariq Nasheed, and then Then I'm gonna open the floor. So everybody on Twitter, I'm gonna open the floor, and I want whoever wants to speak, y'all can, and let crazy ass Reggie up. But let's go to Tariq real quick. Here we go. And I'm getting hot. Let me get off camera. I'm about to cut my ear on, nigga. I'm sweating like a slave. Yep, I'm gonna let that one sit right there like a fucking slave. Fuck you niggas. Fuck that. Okay, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me play this and cut my motherfucking ear on. Nigga, hot. I'm hot. Woo.
Hey, I'm Tariq. I just got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know, are you going to talk about the...
Add to the stage. There we go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to discuss. Absolutely.
Here we go.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Thank you, beloved. All right. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about what's happening with James Small. And, you know, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Powder, you out of here. You're not going to... All right, Powder is out. Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. There we go.
We fast forward a little bit.
Got Powder out of here. People talking delineation language. All right. He was one of the first people talking that. He knows what it is. What it looks like, some of that African tour money might be drying up, because a lot of these he's a Pan-Africanist, and a lot of these cats, they make their little money with those African tours. I think he's going on one in December. They take people over to Africa, so that shit is drying up. That's their little hustle, and that shit is drying up because people are delineating. So, and a lot of ops are in his ear. But the thing is, some people were like, well, yeah, some of the ops got to him. They like to manipulate the elders. My thing is, some of these ops, yeah, they're in your ear for a reason, because they know that you have a friendly ear to them. So I'm not going to put it just on the ops, because these same ops be hollering at a lot of different people. Why you listening to them? You understand? You listening to them because you might have the same ideology with them. You did. But with Professor Smalls, yeah, some of the disrespect that he's shown towards me and the family, I've helped Mr. Smalls for real. The truth be told, nobody was really rocking with Professor Smalls until we put him in Hidden Colors, and he said this. Nobody was rocking with Professor Smalls. I mean, he did his thing back in the day, but nobody was really rocking with him. He said this. You know? And a lot of people are saying he's doing some real oppy stuff. I wouldn't put it past. But let me say this for the record. I'm not rocking with Professor Smalls anymore. The disrespect, because I've shown that man nothing but respect. Family that he has a hotel over there in Africa. When that shit was failing, I gave money to help him out with that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that type of the little disrespect, and he's been kind of doing that. He gets with these tethers and been taking shots at me, but then he just went real disrespectful to me, and there's a point of no return. There's a point of no return with some of the stuff he was saying about me. That ain't so for the record, I'm letting folks know, all that respect the elders. I respect the elders if you are respectable, because you start kind of lying and saying shit ain't true. I have no respect for you at this point. I've lost all respect for Professor Smalls. I don't rock with him. We're taking him out of the movie Hidden Color 6. He's not going to be in it. It's going to be a minute. We're re-editing that. We're taking him out. In fact, I'm going to replace him with about 3 people that I want to get. There's a couple of people that I want to get.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can. First up.
Hold up. Yo, no disrespect. I'm gonna go to the hotel as well. I already pulled it up from earlier. We're gonna look at the reviews. But this picture that I'm looking at as the fucking lobby, this shit look like a fucking gambling spot somewhere in the country. Like if you see this shit, like this is a trap house. Matter of fact, let me just do this real quick. Just follow me real quick. Hold on. Hold the fuck up. Hold on, son. This is not the same picture I seen earlier. Nigga, look at this. Look. Hold on. Look. Look at this shit. Nigga. Y'all know Kennedy that be in here drunk as shit? That be calling that's some shit that he be this nigga, that's Kennedy living room, son. Hold on, fuck that. Nah, you done did our people dirty, Mr. James Smalls, and I respect you. But now you gotta get it. All that money, look at that. Nigga, look at that. That's a Heineken? This the hotel, son? Alright, that ain't bad. That shit's smaller than a motherfucker. Nigga, what is that? You know them little tubs for the baby? You know them tubs that you sit in the sink like for a newborn? That's that. I can't fit in that. In the toilet, literally right there. I mean, hey, that's not bad. But come on, son. Fuck that. All right, clean that water, nigga. Nigga, that is a bashment party. Do you see this trap house right there, son? That's crazy. Anyway, we'll come back. We'll come back. Salute to James Smalls, man. Nah. Do y'all see that crib? Come on, son. That shit crazy. Anyway, let's continue. Thank you everybody for being in here. And if you're new to the platform, please make sure you share before y'all get y'all funky asses out of here. And I gotta get out of here too, because my ride is on its way. So I gotta make sure I finish this shit up and do a part 2. Oh yeah, hold on. For those who been fucking with me since the Kanika Jenkins days, y'all better tune the fuck in this Sunday, because me and Terrence, y'all know Terrence. So we literally going back to 2017. We got the schematics. You know, I love to call it schematics. We're going to go inside the hotel. We taking it back. So we're going to be on for a while. So this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we going in on the Kanika Jenkins shit. And I might reach out to some other people to see if they want to jump on. I'll see what's up. But me and Terrence, we taking it back. So expect the old Mike Larry. We going in. All right. So let me just say that. But make sure y'all tune the fuck in on this Sunday. All right. Let's continue. I'm gonna play a little bit more.
I want to get Black Alpha. I want to get my brother Dave Anderson. I want to get him. You know who I want to get? I want to get this brother who's up in here too, brother Ant CEO. I want to get. Everybody's getting on this bumper. Professor Allen, he's already in it. Wani's in it. Yeah. You see. But yeah, I wanted to get Black Alpha, so I really want to get him now, because I'm taking all the small stuff out. All of Professor Small stuff is coming out.
Pretty much enough. That's pretty much enough. All right. Let me play this, and I'm gonna open the floor, and I do got to read some other stuff that I've written as well too. But let me go here. You said this as well too. Salute to Sonetta for asking this question. Hold on, everybody. Matter of fact, let me play this first. I got 3 more to go. Let's hear this.
To have us deny our identity as African Americans, while other Africans come from other places and try to assume that identity for economic reasons and political reasons. And yet,
no.
we allow people to have us deny our identity as African Americans, while other Africans come from other places and try to assume that identity for economic reasons and political reasons, and yet do not ally themselves with the African American. In most instances, that those immigrant African community tend to ally themselves with the European American, not understanding what the historical relationship between the African American and the European American is, or the war, the cultural war and the spiritual war and the economic war and the political war that still exists between those two communities. So when you're an African from another place and you come and say, well, I can't get caught up in that, I'm here to make money, then you ally yourself with someone I'm at war with and wonder why I treat you a certain way. So you need to understand what you have just done. Besides disrespecting me and my country, something I would never do to you in your country. I would not go to Senegal and choose the side of the French against you. I would not come to Jamaica and choose the side of the Brits against you. So why would you come to America and choose the side of the white American for whatever reason, economic, political, cultural, or whatever, against me and my interests, and then tell me I'm unwelcoming to you? I welcome my friends and my brothers and sisters. I do not welcome my enemies, whether they look like me or not.
That's what I'm saying. You know this stuff, Professor Smalls. You've been saying this shit, but somehow you attacking us as if you don't know the flip side. You've been preaching this shit. What about this one?
You are always in Africa. You got the African Day Parade. You don't see the Africans. You got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn. The band festival, the African festival. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rallies and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings, and then because they speak a language, try to play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American. Most of the movements that have changed the world, that allow all ethnic nations to profit, has been our movement. And so we get peed on and played down because these people are so punked out and scared of the white man that they feel because they're scared of the white man, they got to be against us.
Do y'all hear that? So again, y'all, again, is he pandering to black Americans when he speak the real shit about Africans? But when he speaks to the Africans about FBAs, he's pandering to them. So like y'all cannot tell me that this guy is not being a hypocrite with utmost respect. Let's go to part 2 and then I'm gonna open the floor.
Are they our people, brother, or are we our own people now?
No, we gotta understand two things. We have a race and then we have an ethnic place. Ethnically, we African Americans. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies. And we have to be clear on that. That our economic enemy is just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy like it's your friend, you're going to be the loser at the end of the day. Now, we raised the question of Pan-Africanism in this hemisphere. You know, we had the brothers from Trinidad, and then you had W.B. Du Bois, and we created this phenomenon. But Africa has never created a Pan-African movement. You understand? Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people in Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they're still bogged down in the colonial slavery of European Judeo-Christian indoctrination, which is worse than anything that we've suffered. Worse than anything that we've suffered. The illusion of the clothes and the language make us think we're dealing with somebody that has some African purity culturally and spiritually. You're dealing with a confused, backwards Christian.
Did y'all hear what the fuck he just said? Brother Reggie, hold on, I know you in here. But everybody, did y'all hear the hypocrisy? Press 1 if you heard the hypocrisy. Press 1 if you heard the hypocrisy. Now, I just sent the link. Anybody that's in the chat right now, y'all can jump on, just hit that link. And I just sent the link on Twitter. So for those who's on Twitter, if y'all want to jump on, please hit that link. Y'all don't have to show your face or anything like that. But please join us, man. We're going to be here for the next 20 minutes, and I really have to go. Brother Reg, what's good, fam?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, brother.
Conversation is over.
Absolutely. I don't know. I'm good over here.
Okay, let me check something. Okay. All right. I don't understand what.
You're not echoing over here. On your end, you're echoing.
On mine. Okay, so let me just.
Are you about to do a seminar, man? Because we ain't got time now, Brother Reggie. We ain't fucking around tonight. Come on, go ahead, brother.
Seminar, right? You just with me and give me time.
Oh, nah, your shit sounding crazy. Go sit on your modem and get the reception, because it's kind of crazy right now.
I'm gonna come out and come back here.
All right, do that. My nigga about to. I love Reggie though. He's a pain in the ass sometimes, but I love him though. He cool beans, man. That's my guy, man. But no PowerPoint. What's the name? No PowerPoint. We ain't got another hour. Fucking rapper Reggie. We be here for 10,000 years. I swear to God, man. It's almost like being in church, man. When you think it's about to be over and shit, they sing that last song, and then they extend that shit for like 6 more hours. Nah, Reggie, we ain't got time. Not today, nigga. Hold on, let me see if you back in here. Anybody, if y'all wanna hit that link, anybody could jump in, man. Let me know y'all thoughts, y'all. And the link is right there. And on Twitter, thank y'all. Don't be scared. Let me send that link one more again. And matter of fact, it's there. Anybody that's right here chilling in the back on I see you on Twitter, please make sure y'all jump on, man. All right, here he goes. Add him to the stage. Okay.
Okay.
All right, there you go, brother. Go right ahead, man. Go right in.
I still don't know why I'm echoing.
I'm echoing. Damn, son.
I am.
Oh,
can
man,
can you hear me?
Yeah, you still got that AOL connection, man. Come on, nigga. It's 2025.
Don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect.
My nigga got the AOL. That shit.
Okay, no problem.
Just turn your speaker down on your end and just speak, because you clear on this end. And please make it quick, brother.
Okay, this not working. I'll try another caller comes. This is crazy.
Do anybody want to chime in on this situation? Whether you speak for Professor or against in a respectful way. Anybody could chime in. If y'all want me to put in the number, matter of fact, I'll put in the number if y'all want to call that. If that'll be more good for y'all. Let me put in the number real quick. What is it? 671-1412. If anybody want to call, here's the number right here. Call that number if y'all just want to voice your opinion. But I will say this as he's getting his shit together. Let me just say this, right? Now, he said FBA is divisive and breaking Pan-African unity. Now, my response is division isn't naming yourself. Division is pretending everybody got the same struggle. Unity without being specific is like a house with no foundation. It looks good, but it collapses fast. You can't heal a wound if you refuse to name where it hurts. You know what I mean? So you don't fix everybody's house with the same blueprint. All right. Now he brought up he said he had a friend that was CIA, right? He said there was a guy that became his best friend. That was his best friend. Mute yourself real quick, my G. Oh, you gonna call in? All right. I see you calling. All right, Brother Rex, hold on 1 second. You there? Yo.
Hey, sorry about that. Thanks for taking my call.
Damn, son, and it's low on the phone and it's breaking up. Brother, where are you located?
I'm in Bronx, New York.
All right. Salute to the Bronx. I love the Bronx, man. Yeah, but let me... Yeah, I can hear you. Let me just get this quick thought out real quick, and you can expound right there. He said he had a FBI, a CIA friend. It was a guy who was that he was around. I think he was in Africa. He was somewhere, but this guy, he knew him for quite some time, and that He considered him a best friend. And his higher superior, which is a CIA chief or just high position, you know what I mean? The big wig or whatever, the boss, approached Mr. Smalls respectfully and said like, yo, this guy right here, you know he's CIA, right? He was like, nah, not Jay Reed. Not you, Jay Reed. And then he asked him, like, yo, you CIA? He lied, but then the superior came. I'm paraphrasing, but that's exactly what he said. So, and he used that to say he knows a CIA operation when he see one's, meaning the FBA movement and shit like that. But you have a person you consider a best friend, and he's a CIA agent. I'm not saying that he got you trapped inside of a web, but how is that relationship now? Because he damn sure he just touched on it and just expounded on something different. Now, we need to know this relationship now, because you trying to say this is a FBI or CIA kind of movement, but with no receipts. You show no receipts, and he said I know. Like, he knows exactly how operated like a COINTELPRO operation looks like. Okay, well, expound on that. People that claim themselves, that really re-identify themselves to gatekeep the culture and save themselves. That's COINTELPRO. Anyway, whatever. Reggie, what you want? Goddammit.
Mike Larry, you did call me about the show. I didn't call you. You called me, right? So I'm.
No, I said I spoke to you. I didn't say you called me. See, get it together, old man Quill ass from the store.
You called me earlier.
Yeah, I called you.
Called you.
Yeah, but I never said that you called me, brother. I never said that. I said I spoke to Reggie earlier. That's what I said. But go ahead, since your panties is in a bunch. Go ahead, brother.
Mike, I don't talk to you like that. I'm professional.
Nah, you are. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's just do it. Okay, so
wigging out. Hold on. I mean, swing out. I'm gonna mute you. Go ahead, family. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so before we were African American, right? Before we were black, right? That we called ourselves. Our first organizations was the African Benevolent Society, right? And and that is the first formation, and the African Union Society. Those two societies shape what we would do in Africa, in African Americans.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Can everybody? Can y'all hear him? Please press 1 because it's really low on my end. I got the microphone literally on top of my phone, so if y'all can hear him good, please press 1, and I appreciate it. But it's kind of hard for me to hear you, brother. But go right ahead. Go ahead, family.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this way and come back to that.
Okay.
All right, you FBAs who don't know your history, right? Y'all can come and see me. Most of you, Mike Larry is not, but most of you are cowards. Hiding behind fake screen names, never been in a black movement, right? But you're calling yourself Foundational Black Americans. Foundational Black Americans, the last one who was a Foundational Black American died over 90 years ago. Those are those connected to the slavery and the trans-Saharan slave trade, right? The African slave trade, right? With the last slave ship, the Wanderer. They died. You are not FBA. You are descendants of Black Americans or African Americans. The last FBA died.
A nut. Go ahead, brother.
So you're calling yourself a name.
Yeah.
But you're not those people who built America. None of you.
How you can't? No. I'm not gonna let you get away with that. We know a lot of people in here already know your plight or your stance on that, but you can't say that, and I'm not gonna let you get away with that. You can't. How the fuck you gonna? How can you say that, Reggie? Because what? Because we named ourselves instead of taking the names that was given by our oppressors. Old man Quill ass? Is that what you're telling me?
No. The the last, what you call foundational Black America, connected to slavery, died over 80 years ago.
Who?
Nobody today is directly connected to the slave trade. We are descendants of the slave trade.
Oh, I see where you're going. You just a real nutbag. That's so are you telling me so that lineage has been cut off? The descendants of slaves, right? From when that last person that died, we just a new breed. And what year was that person died? Let's go to dates. What was that time, that year that person died? You talking about? What was the year?
80 years ago in the 1920s.
Oh, okay. So that's when we was named Negro.
Okay, so now we're talking about those people that came on the Wanderer and the Catilda. Those are the ones that we actually know. Now, so when I say that, right? When I say that to you nutbags, FBA, not you, Mike Larry.
Say Franny, you're right.
I'm available anytime. Mike Larry at least lets me talk. But this Afro elite imposter who calls himself elite, he ain't elite shit, right? He actually tried to talk to me, right? And I got 5,000 views knocking him off because he ain't say nothing. Now let me get to the second part, because the first part is there ain't no FBA alive. None of you built Black America. So, number two, first, yes, Mike Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, how can you say? So you said the person died 80 years ago, so the 1920s, right? I'm gonna play along with them, y'all. So 1920s. So
yeah, I'm a historian.
No. It doesn't. Listen, you could read 1,000,000 books in your lifetime. You can read a million. That shit holds.
I'm not talking about reading.
Right. But here's the question, brother. So you telling me the descendants of slaves that built this country, the last person that died in the 1920s, that was the end of the descendants of slaves? Make it make sense. All right.
No.
Slow cook it a little bit.
It makes sense because those are the people who were connected to the slave trade, right? Those are the people who are descendants of the slave trade. They died, right? They died. So this group that you are, and your parents parents are not connected at all to the slave trade. But let's just move.
No. Because you I don't want to call you an idiot, but you're a fucking idiot. Are you? My grandmother, I miss her so much. Her beautiful soul. She was born in 1934. My great grandmother was a slave. How far removed? Let me land.
Don't call me no fucking names.
Let me land. And they still had slavery on the low in 1965. Idiot boy.
Right. Okay. Check this out. The last slave survivor. Let me just change this.
I'm about to read him the definition of what ethnogenesis means, because I don't think he got that one.
No, I'm not. We're not doing.
We are doing it. You can't define. See, this your problem. You're trying to define people that already define themselves. That's your fucking problem.
No.
But that's But that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, sir.
You're a social boosting organization.
How?
Right? Of a whole.
It's not an organization, idiot. It is a fucking lineage.
You're social media people.
And you know I don't mean idiot. You know I got love for you, Reggie. So I'll take that back. But you acting like an ass. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. No. You. See, I try to be professional with my friends, and you my friends, because once I start saying stuff to you, you won't be my friend.
That's fine. You know that. That's fine with me. I'm a renegade, nigga. I don't give a fuck about nobody.
Okay. So let me just walk this back. Even the people from the Catilda and the Wanderer, right? They, how can I say, the last person from them died in the 1940s, right? In the 1940s, right? So what I am saying is that none of you, and your parents and your grandparents are connected to the slave trade.
And you are. And what about you? So what does that say about you, sir? Who you connected to?
No. What I'm saying.
No. Answer the question, sir. You can't say all that shit, but
I'm a descendant.
How are you a descendant? Because of what, sir? Make it make sense to me.
I'm a descendant of people that was enslaved. I am not the people who were enslaved, and I am not the people who built America that you can call foundational.
You are a nut.
I'm a descendant. I was born in 65.
My mother was born in 50.
I speak English.
My mother was born in 50. So how are you more closer than my mother? She was born August 21st, 4th, 1950. So, but you are saying that.
Black American.
Hold that thought, because I have somebody on that's been holding on for a minute. We got swinging out. Unmute yourself. What's your thoughts, family? Because you've been holding on for a minute. What's up? Please don't do no weird shit, man. Because people be doing some real showing love muscles, man, and I don't rock like that. Trying to fuck with my channel. Swinging out 392. Swing out. Oh, hell no. That's just the name alone. Swing out. Get the fuck up out of here. Let me get you up out of here. Get your ass up out of here. I'm so glad I caught on to the name. 396 swing out. Yeah, you gonna try to get your funky ass. Go ahead, brother Reggie. Lube.
Okay, so I'm talking to everybody else except for Mike Larry. Right? Mike Larry is my friend. I know him for a while, right? Okay. So that term that you call foundational Black American is a made-up name snatched from Claude Anderson, right? Reframed and snatched. Your on-code bullshit was stolen from Neely Fuller. Neely Fuller said
let's talk about
that you say do. Yeah, but I'm telling you, he never meant for you so-called foundational
No, because me and don't hide behind nothing. Me and him spoke earlier. You talking about Tariq Nasheed that he stole everything from Neely Fuller. Say it with your chest, nigga. I already said it. Say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, I'm saying it.
Go ahead. Name names, nigga. Say what you feel.
Neely Fuller put his life's work on his compensatory code, right? And it was popular. Neely Fuller already did the work. All you did was reframe and take and stole. Every time you say
you sound like a hater, though.
Neely Fuller's send Neely Fuller's children, his descendants, a goddamn dollar. Because you stole it from
it's
him.
Not, but see now. I said. Hold that thought. Everything that I'm about to say to y'all in the chat, this is exactly what I told him on the phone some hours ago. So if you saying that he's stealing the works or the framework of Neely Fuller,
yeah, he did.
We all supposed to. He teaching. And leaving a legacy. Hold that. Let me. I ain't cut you off, bro. Damn. And you know I gotta stay flowing because I be forgetting. No, Reggie. I don't want to mute you. I don't know if you took your medicine, your prune juice. I don't know what you take before you go to bed. But what I said is that Neely Fuller left a template. He left words of wisdom and codes and guidelines to know about white supremacy. So if Tariq Nasheed is using the same words, how is that stealing when he created this for us to learn and use? It's called history. It's called teaching. Hold on. You can't tell me, and I'm gonna say this too. You sat at the foot of you sat with the grandmasters, John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, all of them, right? You telling me you ain't never quote them? But an ass whipping?
Watch this.
So no. You listening to respond. You're not listening to understand.
Yo, when you get off your meds,
I don't take meds. I mean, shit. No, but you have to make.
Because you know what?
Look, somebody hurt.
Because when I
get up, Craig.
My ancestors.
Get up, Craig.
I give them credit.
Craig,
when
get
I
up.
My ancestors, I keep them alive. I give them credit. You know what you're doing? You're replacing Millie Fuller's work with your made up work. Your horse thief.
Wait, so all right, can I ask you a question? If you are no, let me stick to that point. The work in the books that you read from all of the grandmasters that you were learning from, are you telling me you did not use any of their quotes? You did not use any of their framework?
I quote them.
Huh?
I tell you where the source is.
It doesn't matter. You stole.
I cite my sources.
So wait. Now again, I hate to be. I am no Tariq Nasheed motherfucking protector or anything like that. He speaks for himself, but I know he has said on multiple occasions that he learned from Nelly Philly Jr. That's how he knew the 9 all night activities. That's basically, ran by white supremacy. So you can't act like this. He never said that. He did say that, and I know a lot of people who said it them damn selves. So what is the problem with quoting from our ancestors and grandmasters who?
Here's the thing: if you're gonna quote somebody,
you're not listening.
Somebody.
Where's this fucking
No, I just say 5 words and you cut me off.
Go ahead, brother.
You acting for your show. If you quote somebody and you use what they say, use it for what they say. If you want to change it, say I'm changing. I'm changing it, right? But you still got to give credit to where you got. It's like in a rap.
I'm just telling you that's what he have done it on numerous occasions.
You're stealing.
Everything that you're saying, it defeats what you're saying, because what you're saying is not true. Is that you're not right about that?
So did you steal his bars?
What do you mean?
Did you steal his bars?
How is it stealing when you only regurgitate? Stealing and regurgitating gems is two totally different things. You see it as motherfucking stealing because you are a Pan-Africanist. Stop it now. Wait, hold on. We talking about FBA. No. You know what? Let's switch gears. What about the Scam African Party? How about them scam ass Pan-Africans? Come on now, let's talk about it. Now about fucking debates and everybody beating each other over money and shit. No. Motherfuckers going to jail for busting cum on little girls. No. Reggie, you can't. You spoke a whole half an hour. We talking about FBAs. Listen, bro.
There's 67 million Latinos. There's more than 150 close to 200 million white Americans, right?
What's your point?
I'm going to ask you, Smarty, answer this question. How many African immigrants, Smarty, that are United States citizens? How many, Smarty?
How many? Not a lot of them, not all of them, because they're here illegally.
What kind? No, I'm talking about the legal ones. How many legal ones are there?
I don't know the number, but it's a lot that is citizens, but legal citizens. What's your point, nigga?
Yeah. Okay, that's my point. There's only 16 million at the most. There's only 16 million if you combine Caribbean and African. There's only about 16 million. What the fuck is 16 million? What the fuck is 16 million people interfering with the amount of 40-something million Africans? African American.
You asking that question? Do you want the answer, or is it rhetorical, or do you want the answer? Is it rhetorical, or you want the answer, sir? So Mr. Smarty.
I want the answer.
All right, Smarty. Just like shut the fuck up now. Hold on. Do you want the answer or not? All right, take your meds, brother. Now. There's a lady named what's her name? Shirley Chisholm. What is it, Shirley or Sherry? Sherry Chisholm. I don't give a fuck. Hold on. You know, I'm about to put this phone. I'm about to put your phone in a cup, my empty cup, nigga. Hold on. That political figure, let me turn the volume down. Y'all can't hear him, so he talking. You got to let me answer you have to let me answer it. You shut up. Damn, son. Shut up. Shut before I put you in your wheelchair and push you in the room and lock the door. All right? And give you water and bread. I'm gonna send you to your nursing home. Nah, I'm just playing. But Shirley Chisholm said in her book, if you listen, smarty, said that the white people want and had only immigrants come here because they were docile and they can use them, paraphrasing, against black people, and they moved them up the economical ladder because they knew the mindset. So now to fully answer your goddamn question, the 16 million, what can they possibly do to the 40 plus million black Americans here? A lot. If they are in strategic, powerful positions, such as in the political field, that does affect our fucking tangibles, everything. So how can you not affect? You don't need 16 million to affect change. You don't need 16 million to do that. You just have to put them strategically on the chessboard, and they can make a fucking effect. You understand what I'm saying? So that's exactly what was being done with the help of white supremacy. So kiss my ass, and I'm getting out of here in 10 minutes, cause
pause, nigga, I don't do that.
Pause so what? Kiss ass. You know what I mean, nigga. I don't rock.
Yeah, I don't do that shit. I don't do that. So miss me with that bullshit. Right. So the fact of the matter is, we're talking about, of course, the new ones that came after the African exclusion measure that Booker T. Washington created to bring in more of our population because black people was dying in the United States post-Civil War. So after that, Booker T. Washington, he, a black American, said that we need to add more to our dwindling population. So that's what he did, and so that's why you have the Garvey movement. You have Garvey and all of them coming in.
He liked his work, and it was the new that with Booker T. Washington. That was the new Negro era. So it was the new Negro era of enlightenment and the way they see themselves in the future, politically, economically, and things of that nature. That's why Booker T sent that olive branch to Marcus Garvey. It wasn't because motherfuckers was dying. That was a part of it, so somewhat, but that wasn't the overall reason. Him Booker over here for a reason.
Garvey in this country. Booker T. Washington got Garvey into this country because
I know
they ended the African exclusion measure.
Right.
You don't know shit.
Who? I already know it. By the time he got there, Booker T already passed away.
No.
Booker T. Washington died before Marcus Garvey was able to even before he came to America.
Right, because the African exclusion measure ended the hold on black folks coming into America. So that's how Booker T. Washington got in America, because of the African exclusion measure. But you don't know shit. That's when Caribbeans and other Caribbeans, and mostly just Caribbeans, coming into this country. And people from
it was not a lot. It don't make it seem like they was the floodgates. It was only certain.
Before you gotta go.
What, nigga?
You gotta go. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jay. What was Harriet Tubman's real name?
I forgot, but I know she's from Maryland.
What's her is her name Harriet?
Where are you going with it, motherfucker? I just told you. If there's another name, then I don't know. So get to the point. Don't drag it.
So the woman that raised Harriet Tubman, do you know? You know the woman that raised Harriet
Tubman? Get to the point. I don't know, sir. What she was?
The woman that raised Harriet Tubman was her maternal grandmother. Her maternal grandmother came from Africa. You do know that, right?
We all came from Africa. You're not saying anything that's like, oh my God, man, I can't believe it.
Like, do you know Prince Hall?
Yes, yes, that founded the fucking for the black men for masonry, the Masonic Lodge.
Where was he born? Where was he born?
I think he was born here, but he's a descendant from Africa, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, no,
something to that effect. I'm a little rusty, but I did a lot of research.
He was born in Africa. He was born in Africa. So
what's your point, though? What's your point? Get to the point. Stop saying all that shit. Get to the point, bro.
People. I'm saying that we are the same.
We know that, but can I read up? No. You hold the fuck up. Do you know what ethnogenesis means? Do you know it? Because you like to ask questions now.
You want the dictionary, Tom?
I'm asking you, do you know what that is? No. How the fuck you gonna ask a question with a question? See, that's that old man shit kicking in. No. I ask you a question, and you think I have to answer yours without you answering mine. That's not gonna work.
So, no, it's fine.
But are you gonna answer the question?
Yeah.
Answer it.
People. I am, motherfucker. You
Go ahead, nigga.
Ethnogenesis is a group of people, a nation, becoming
a new ethnic group. Now, just leave. I ain't ask you for a monologue. I just asked you just for the definition.
Yeah,
hold on. You said all that. See? Shh. Now, everybody on this planet came from Africa, including the white ones. Everybody.
No.
Shut the fuck. Can you let me rock? You are a fucking yo. Listen. Are you saying that everybody doesn't? So if you know, so let me finish. Everybody came from Africa, sir. Now let me. I'm gonna hang up on your ass. Kiss my ass and down. Pause. I always say that, but look. Do Jamaicans call themselves African Jamaican? Does anybody else call them African such and such? African such and such? A descriptive term? No. How is it that we have to be called African American? We know why we can't name ourselves. I want you to answer. No. Answer that particular question. Don't give me nothing else because you the smart guy. Answer that question specifically and don't jump to nothing else. Answer that. Why a group of people cannot name themselves?
Oh, they can.
No. Expound on it. Don't give me no extra. I need you locked in. That question. Fine. Expound on it.
It's fine.
No. I know it's fine, but you need to expound on that, because you have to make it make sense. Don't give a vague answer without a definitive response to it. Let's speak, Mr. Scholar.
No.
Scholar, I need some intellectual words from that question. Please expound, sir. Come on.
Can I help you?
Yes, help me.
Okay, so roughly in 1782,
OMG.
when the British were coming back and attacking America.
Let me make some facial expressions. Hold on. Go ahead and talk, nigga. Yeah.
So,
look at this nigga.
So there was a sermon given.
And
in that sermon, we were called African Americans by an African.
That's the peace, pops. This how I'm looking at you right now.
And so that's when the name came into being, and then it became then it was published in the paper.
Bro, that we don't care about that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you draw it out. I'm not gonna let you draw it out. We don't need.
You asked me for an explanation.
Yo, it's longer than train smoke. Give me punchlines. Give me cliff notes. I don't want a monologue. Get to the point, bro.
1782. I'll get it out real quick. In 1782, there was a pamphlet titled "A Sermon on the Capture of Lord Cornwall." Right?
Yeah.
And in that pamphlet, the term African American was used. Then black press picked it up. And so that's how we became African American. Prior to that, they were just calling us African, black, colored, slave, Negro.
Yeah, okay. What's your point, bro? Because I asked the question. You just gave me a damn higher learning Lawrence Fishburne quote in the goddamn classroom. I ain't asked for all that.
Mike Larry, you said expound like a scholar.
You right. Damn, I take it back. Shit, respond like a nigga. A niglet. Come on, nigga. Shit.
Yeah. So prior to that, we didn't call ourselves African American. We were called by the oppressor, but that is ethnogenesis when we become an ethnic group. When our press, our people pick it up and start using it. We had to start using that to let these people know that we have rights as Americans.
Reggie,
that we are Africans. Yes.
I can't believe. How can I say? I can't believe you, son. You are a trip.
Well, I don't want you
borderline
to
senile.
You don't have to believe me. Everything that I say is factual. Look it up. Just Google it.
It doesn't matter though. We name ourselves. We got a descriptive term. Hold on. Do y'all, anybody that's in the chat, a lot of y'all in here, for those who's in here, please make sure y'all subscribe too, goddammit. Press subscribe and share. What the fuck I was just about to say? Oh yeah. Now back in the days when you see the wanted posters over there that not even wanted, like selling Negroes, those is like they give them names, and 3 Negroes, 115 is a great cook, 1 is 19 is a great blacksmith, and 1 is 17 she's a good maid, so on. But they have some, not all, but there was some that said Negro boy and African boy, 2 descriptive things back then. So there was a difference. Pull it up. So there were 2. There was right. So at the end of the day, we was shit. Wait. Hold on. I forgot who named Africa. What was it? What's his name? Because before Africa was called Akebulan or Ethiopia. How did Afrikaners name Africa? Speak to me, Reggie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
talk about it.
The Romans came. The Romans were attacking Hannibal. They were in a fight. The people that was supporting the Phoenicians, which was Hannibal's people, were the Afri people. That's the land that they was on. That was Hannibal's army group. So the Romans fought those people called the Afri, right? And so, and sometime the whole continent. First it was just areas, but in time the whole continent became Africa.
Yeah.
Based on this ethnic group.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Ethnic group. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
cool. All right. So what about all the other countries? What about Nigeria, named by Flora Shaw? But they still call themselves Nigerian, right? Hold on. But they still being called to this day. And Nigeria is only 50, 60 years old. 50 years old to be exact. Something like that. A very recent country, sir. Very recent. Oh damn! Hold on, because hold up. I got a phone call. Hey, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
God damn it! All right, I'm still live. I'm about to get off in a few seconds. All right.
Okay.
All right, well. Yeah, I'm about to get the hell up out of here, man. Hey, Reggie. Hold on, unhold. Reggie, you still talking? You were still talking. I said I was on the phone.
Don't talk to me.
What? Hey, Reggie, close out. Reggie, you gotta close out because I'm out. You close out. Make it. You got 1 minute, bro. Make it quick. Close out.
College, right? And certainly, if you ain't taking no Black Studies classes in college, don't talk to me. Did he disconnect me?
No, Riri. Look at you. You've been talking that whole time. The whole time. Reggie, you got 1 minute. Close out because I got to go. Man, get your ass up out of here. I'm sorry. Look, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Reggie, yeah, he is borderline senile. That man need help. Somebody pray for his ass right now. He need Jeevas. He need Akhenaten. He needs motherfucking Setmet. He needs Amin Ra. He needs fucking Ptah. He needs Aset. He need Heru. He needs some goddamn shit, man. Much love, Reggie, but Foundational Black Americans, I love y'all. Y'all know what's up. My ride is here, and I didn't even get myself together, so I gotta get it together. So everybody, I love y'all. Make sure y'all share this live, though. Do me a favor, everybody on Twitter. Make sure y'all follow me as well. Thank you, Twitter, for tuning in. It's a lot of y'all in there too, so salute to Twitter. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this live, and yeah, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. I gotta get some pussy, some food, and everything. Woo! Pussy and food go together. Bye.